So, welcome to one more episode of Darte Arte Podcast. And today we're at the press club, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I believe so. It's here.
We'll insert the name right here because I feel bad. I'm here with Katie. Been here for the first time, local artist.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you. Much love.
I always start the pod with like asking people what's their earliest memory that they remember about being related with arts. Either it was a painting or a song you heard, something you watched. Do you remember your earliest memory? You were very young and I was like, oh, that's cool.
You know, probably my earliest memory of art was, so my mom would buy me these coloring books.
Okay.
So she would buy me those, and she would like teach me like just paint around it, don't paint outside of the drawing.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So I kind of
stay within the lines.
Stay within the lines, you know.
Right on. How old were you?
I'd like to say probably in preschool.
Preschool, okay.
Yeah. In preschool, yeah.
So under 5?
Yeah, around
6?
there, yeah.
Right on.
So a lot of colors, crayons, everything. So.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And you're originally from we're in Seaside.
Yeah,
This is Seaside.
Yeah.
You're originally from here?
Yeah. Originally from here. Born in Monterey. Grew up here and then grew up in Monterey as well.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. It just my brain clicks when you like mention that age 5, 6. I have a 6-year-old myself, so I was like,
nice, that's awesome.
Well,
man.
all the memories I can picture him drawing on the books. I wonder if one day he'll get interviewed and he'll be
definitely.
like the coloring books.
No, those are definitely things you remember, you know. Yeah, those little moments.
And from then to start, because you recently did a mural in Salinas.
Yes.
Right. That's one of your latest projects.
Yeah, that's one of the latest ones. Yeah.
From your earliest memory from drawing to like, okay, I'm gonna start doing this more seriously. How long ago did you start with the painting, mural stuff? How long ago was that?
So I started planning this probably by the age of like middle school to like high school.
Okay.
I would go to the art room like during lunch, and I would hang out with the teachers, and I would do extra art in the room.
Okay.
And they saw potential in me, so they just gifted me some of the supplies and stuff like that. And they just always told me, keep going in middle school, and then from there I got to high school. I had another art class.
Okay.
And then I would just like to go to the art room. And,
it felt like a good place for you.
A good place for me, and I just rather go there than to just be in
to do math.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
did you say middle school, high school? Was there a particular teacher that you were like, oh, this guy or this professor, this lady or man push you a little bit? Because sometimes teachers are like, more than the subject is the teacher, how cool they are with you, but I don't know if that's their story.
Yeah, so a big inspiration for me, besides how they were helping me out and supporting me, my family is a big inspiration for my art.
Okay, right on.
They do a lot of Mexican artesanías. They're from Oaxaca.
Oh, right on.
So they all do art, like my mom's mom, my grandma's
So it's a history of art.
Yeah, so they've been doing that type of art and stuff. So I just decided to incorporate into clothing and murals and stuff like that. So stuff like that.
That's awesome. Okay, so you say that was middle school, high school. Were you already branding your clothes in high school, or is that a later thing that you did?
You know what? I wanted to start with clothing. So when I was in high school, I went to this other high school in Salinas. It's called Rancho Cielo.
Okay.
And I started off with silk screening.
Oh yeah.
I learned how to silk screen. I silk screened a lot of the shirts there, and I started off with that, and then I just started doing the paintings and stuff on canvas. And I moved to the Bay Area when I graduated from high school.
Okay. Where just Bay Area, San Fran area, or?
Yeah, San Francisco area.
Okay.
So I graduated from Central Coast High, which is here in Seaside, and I did independent studies. But before I did independent studies, that's when I had the teacher that I was telling you about.
Right. That motivated you for art.
Yeah, she motivated me. So sorry I forgot her name.
It's okay.
I love her. But I remember my middle school one. His name was Mr. Huerta.
Okay.
He was very supportive. But I started getting way more serious when I got out of high school. Like before I got out of high school. And I took the canvases to San Francisco when I moved over there.
Oh, right on.
And I started to share them on my Instagram. You know, I had a few following and stuff at the time. And people that grew up with me, they supported it, so they would share it. I made new friends out there. Mm-hmm. They also shared, there's some events out here you could do, you know. So I had my first art show out there. And
oh, nice. So was it like a collective, or was it all on your own?
It was all my own. All my own paintings and stuff. So I started off with like just painting on canvas, and then.
Well, what materials you used? Acrylic or?
So at the moment I do mixed media, so I incorporate either just acrylic or I'll do oil painting with acrylic.
My dad is a painter, so I know a little bit.
Yeah, so I try to incorporate like a lot of things. Sometimes I'll even incorporate like the airbrush, but for the most part I'll do the airbrush on the clothing. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. And so when you were in the Bay Area, what were you doing out there? Just going through art? Did you go to school, or you just moved there?
I went to school out there.
Okay.
I went to San Mateo College.
Okay.
It's actually a really nice campus. It's
Okay.
really big actually. It was like it takes like 15 minutes to just go across the campus. It's
really?
Yeah, it's just so big. It's bigger. I'd say it's like a little bit bigger than MPC, honestly, than Monterey. It was really fun. I had a really good teacher there. I took one of the oil painting classes over there.
Oh, nice.
So I learned oil painting over there. I was probably like the age of 18, 19 at the time.
Was this your first time leaving home to live somewhere else? How was that? Because I'm always interested. Was it too hard for you?
It was. I knew that I felt like something good was gonna happen when I left because like I grew up out here in Monterey County, and like I love this place, but I would love to see like the world. So I decided to just pick up one day and just go. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And
that adventure spirit, huh?
That adventure, and I mean, I was in contact with my family every day, so I didn't feel like. Sometimes, I felt like I was alone, but I had to take those risks to win, and to put myself out there, and I recommend that for people to do.
Yeah. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need that to grow. And you also make music.
Yeah.
Were you doing that throughout high school? Is that a later endeavor? How you started with that?
So I started music by the age of preschool.
Oh, really?
I was in a violin band.
Nice.
So I was in a violin band when I was a kid, and then from there we had another violin band in 5th grade in elementary. And then once I got to middle school, I incorporated the piano. I started learning like Beethoven with my friends and stuff like that. So I know how to play a little bit. I made some beats, produced some of the beats and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're not all out, but
If I put all out, it's a lot. I have many unfinished projects, many.
It's a lot.
That's awesome. And when was the first time you started releasing your music for the world? Has it been a new thing, or how long since you put something out?
So the thing is, last year I decided to release my first song. It's called Chills. I go by Katie Baby. Katie Baby.
Put it right there.
Yeah, and so I did the song Chills. Like I probably wrote to it. Actually, I didn't write it on paper, but I just pressed record. I kept hearing this harmony in my head, so I pressed record, and then I just recorded it in one sitting.
One take, yeah.
Yeah, one take.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I thought it was really interesting that people really liked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
It was a fun.
And this was last year?
Yeah, so I did it like around November, and then my goal was to put it out before Christmas. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called Chills. It came out on December 14th, so you guys could go check it out on YouTube. You can stream my music. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. So.
Everywhere. All right. Yeah, I'll put the links in the description too. That's awesome. What's your process for making music? Do you start with the beat? do you start with lyrics and then you go, from there? Because I find that very interesting how people, each person has a different way, and even each person use many different ways. Like I do, like I use different techniques. But how's your process?
So my process is like, depending how I'm feeling too. I'll hear like several different beats that I have and stuff like that. And sometimes if I'm not hearing the beats, I'll just sit down and write stuff how I feel.
Okay.
And then if I could just
more like a poem or something. Okay.
Something like that. And then I'll see, like, I'll listen to the beat and see, does this fit in with it?
Got it.
Or sometimes I'll listen to the beat and I'll just like do something on the spot. Mm-hmm. Or I'll just press record real quick and then whatever I like, So stuff like that. It's a little bit weird. I don't have like a
I do the same thing. Sometimes I push
this way.
I push myself to do weird things. Like I've collaborated with people where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just send you lyrics, and then they make the beat to my lyrics, or it's completely the other way around. When you hear a beat, then you play a harmony or you play a melody, and then you're like, okay, I can go from here, try to follow the melody. And another thing that I've done that I really like is I have a song right now that everything is finished except the bass.
Yeah.
So a guy is coming to my house later today to just do the bass.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like all kinds of, because you never know exactly one way to do things.
Yeah, it just happens. It's like, it's magical.
Yeah, exactly. What I've done too is like I'll play the beat 2 or 3 times, put the earphones on, and like I don't have specific lyrics, but I start singing or whatever. Yeah. And then from the 3 takes, I'll choose parts and pieces from each one. And then I write lyrics to it.
Right. And then you're like, this is my favorite part. So
exactly. Yeah. So it's like you say, there's no one way to do things.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll do it and I'll be like, that sounds good, but I need to do it a little bit different or something like that, So I like to rehear the stuff. I just released a song actually last Friday. It was a little bit different this time. I did a R&B drill type of style. It's called Care For You. You guys can find it on all platforms. I just want to do something different, every time. So I don't want to be put in a box. Yeah.
I do the same thing when they ask me what kind of music you make. I'm like, music, it's just music.
Music, yeah, definitely.
I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, but genres and stuff is
it's just labels,
It's a label. literally. So.
Tell us a little bit more about the story of the mural. Is this your biggest project so far in Salinas?
Yes, I would say this is one of the biggest murals I've ever done.
How did it start? Do you see the blank canvas and we're like, I want to paint this here, or how was the process?
So sometimes when you get commissioned work, as in like city work, like murals and stuff like that for the community, it's more of a if it's getting funded through the Arts Council, they have like meetings and stuff like that, deciding like the image and stuff like that they want to do. So this project was actually for the Yosao music program. So it's like a program where a lot of the kids, their parents couldn't afford private lessons and things like that, or even if they don't have the instruments and stuff, this program provides those things for the kids. Okay. So if they have their parents like working and they're there, like an after school program type of thing. But it's more than that, it's helping the youth. I feel like it's good to have programs like that for the youth. Of course, 100%. Instead of just being worried like, oh, my kid's just at home and
doing whatever.
Yeah, they're just God doing, knows what. So I really like that they started that. When I was growing up, there was none of that. I wish that there was. There wasn't nobody that recorded. There was no studios. I barely had like a little flip phone. Now, I mean, the generation is evolved. You know what I mean?
I have everything. I tell my kid all the time, like, all the gear I have, once you're ready to use, you're set, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was just so hard, man. Like when I was growing up, there was no studios like that. So that's part of the reason why I didn't want to put it out. Just record on the phone and then put it out. There was just no studios at the time, so that's kind of how I was brought up. But I'm really glad that this project really helped out the youth, and it's also letting them know that they're role models on the wall, because a lot of them they could play a lot of instruments, you know. So I think that for me, it's about them, you know. So
Right. How do you choose that scene? Is it because you knew about this program?
yeah, so how everything was incorporated was through the Arts Council.
Okay.
So they wanted something on Sherwood Hall,
Okay.
but they wanted something to represent like Salinas and the kids
Okay.
and stuff.
Okay.
So Yosao Music had partnered up with the Arts Council and stuff like that, and then we did this mentorship program where we did the kids that were part of the orchestra for Yosao Music.
And what's your connection to Yosao? Do you know them before this project, or you met them through the project?
I actually met them through the project.
Okay.
But we all got, you know, interviewed and stuff like that. So they chose out specific people for the project and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We gotta insert some pictures of that because we were planning on shooting there, but we couldn't make it. So we're in different spots, but it's
We're
all right.
right here.
It's
yeah.
all good.
We're at this coffee shop.
Maybe we'll do a episode 2 out there one
Yeah,
day.
we'll do it. Next episode, you know what I mean? Stay watching. Much love.
That's awesome. And then you said growing up in the area it was hard for, you said recording studio for music particularly, but there wasn't that many like art programs either. Like it's a lot bigger now.
Yeah, I would say there's a lot more funding. I think that's been an issue. I think that I would definitely bring that up today. That they need to give the grants to the kids that are in high school. Because I didn't even know about the Arts Council till like I probably got out of high school, and people were like, "Wow, you could have got this big grant."
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't even know. So I think bringing more awareness. They need to go and have
High school outreach, letting the community
have workshops.
know.
They need to have workshops on these things for the youth. That's what I feel.
That makes sense. All right. That's awesome. And I wanted to ask you, with your clothing, how do you go about picking a style, the colors? Like, where do you get inspiration from?
So my inspiration for the airbrush clothing comes from like when I would go to the fair with my parents. We would go to this like vendor, and he had all the airbrush stuff right there, and I thought that was really cool. I would see him like airbrush like really fast. I was like, wow, that's cool, you know.
That's a
and
skill.
so then I really like the 90s type of vibe. So like I like that aesthetic. And so I wanted to bring that back because I was actually like born in 99.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that back. And so I started getting involved with the airbrush probably like 3 years ago. Like 3-4 years ago now. So I got involved with that, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty difficult because the maintenance and all that. So that's why you probably won't see a lot of people doing it because they don't want to clean it up. So, I got my inspiration from there, and then I did designs, took photos of them, made a book. So I have a book. I should have brought the book, but you know.
That's all right. You can send me some pictures and we can insert them later.
For sure.
So you brought one of your shirts. You want to show it?
Yeah. And then actually this bucket hat too.
That's right. It's so
I ended up making this
pink.
one. So it's
so
like
colorful.
this
There you
kitty
go.
baby in the back.
Kitty baby.
And then this one's for the song that I released, my reggaeton song. That was part of the inspiration for this one. It's called Feliz, the song.
Oh, there you go.
So it has like a whole bunch of
Feliz,
happy faces, and then I also designed the hoodie. I put Katy baby with the happy face and stuff right here, and then there's happy faces in the back. So this one I just like freehanded this one. I didn't like do a sketch or anything planning it out. I just freestyled the hoodie. Yeah.
And the process, what kind of paint does the airbrush take? Is it acrylic or no?
So pretty much if you use acrylic, you would have to water it down a little bit because you don't want it to clog up the thing.
Got it.
So pretty much you could spray with anything, but the thing is you have to dilute the paint.
Okay.
Or else it's just not gonna spray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then one other thing that we talked briefly about is that I took MPC classes for photography, and you just told me you did too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How was that adventure? How do you get into that?
So when my mom actually, when I was a kid, she would take a lot of photos, and we have a box of just like a whole bunch of photos she would take, and my dad would take them too, and so I decided, you know what, I want to do photos too, you know, and I have a lot of events, so I want to just capture people and the moments, stuff like that, and just, you know, just add that different type of medium of art into what I'm doing and incorporate that, and maybe one day I'll paint like a photo that I did or something like that. So I wanted to just incorporate that, you know.
So were you just taking that one class at MPC, like black and white photo, or what was it?
I took yeah. So I took the dark room, the black and white only.
Which is a crazy experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like magic.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like science.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're mixing all these chemicals. It's a lot, honestly. But I would definitely recommend if you want to learn something new. I would definitely recommend it. It was really fun. I love the process of making the photos.
And the amount of time you spend in that dark room in MPC, I've spent hours.
It goes by fast, right? Yeah. You know,
back in my day too, this is 2014, 2015, I talked to the teacher, it was Kevin back then, Kevin Brasso, and I will ask him if I could DJ, like, can I put my set list on?
Yeah.
Like, I'll bring my music and a USB drive, plug in his computer, and sometimes he'll tell me, oh yeah, but sometimes he wants, I want the rock and roll type of style. So I always had it, because I'm very particular about music. Like, I like music from everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to stay, like we were saying, in one genre. So I'll introduce some. I did some cumbias in that dark room, like people never heard before. Like, I'm from Peru, and cumbias from Peru. I put like some salsa songs that they never heard before. So I was like, you know, putting weird music in the dark room sometimes. So that was, I took pride in doing it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It goes by so fast. Like, by the time you know it, the class is done. And then you're just like, can I stay like another hour?
Exactly.
I want to finish these photos, and like.
Sometimes they do extended hours back. I don't know if they still do, but the teacher assistant will stay 2 or 3 more hours, and we'll just be printing, man. Like.
Yeah, just printing. Yes, I would recommend it. I have a binder full of them. When I have a solo art show, I'm a probably share them all. So.
I did back in, it was a while back, 2014. I think I did a solo exhibit at the Steinbeck Center in Salinas.
Oh, nice.
Of black and white photography. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
And I put a small. I need to re-upload it. Because it was before Instagram was popping. So there's somewhere on Facebook, I did this black and white film of me like visiting our coast. So it was like a movie playing, and then I had all these photographs. And I wanted to, you can't see the whole thing, but that was one of my teachers at MPC. Martha. Martha over there, yes, her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but black and white photography is just a whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so you were telling me you have a show coming up in December 7th. You want to promote some of that? Tell us how this came about, and what are you intending to do with it?
So I'm gonna be prepping for a lineup of artists, including me, and pretty much I wanted to do a celebration for the song Chills.
Okay.
So the song came out on December
like a year
14th.
Anniversary?
Yeah, like a year anniversary type of thing. And so I want to incorporate a lot of the artists that are my friends and stuff like that. Just like a chill celebration for chills and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited,
Yeah, this episode will definitely come out before December 7th. It's gonna be in like a month from now, but I'm recording a lot of episodes. Anything else you have that you would like to share for anyone who wants to be an artist, music, painting or murals or whatever? Like, give some advice to the future generations.
I would definitely say, follow your dreams. Don't let nobody doubt you. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to too much judgment on people and what they have to say. Just be you and follow your dreams, and stay in school. You know what I mean? Stay in school and stay dedicated. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I have so much love for everybody. Thank you, man.
I have one more question. So this podcast is called Darte Arte Podcast, which means to give you art. Darte Arte. But if you didn't know that and you see the letters D.A.P, give me a new meaning for D.A.P. Anything. It could be anything. I know this part is like I always catch people off guard.
Let me see.
Could be anything. What's D.A.P to you?
The first thing that came out to my mind was Dime Arte Por qué. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah.
Dime, like, tell me why.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me or why or something.
Dime arte porque. We've had all of types of things.
Has somebody said that one?
Earlier today, no. Earlier today, James Mena said Domino's and pizza.
He would say something like that.
And then I had another
awesome.
friend who said, Masa said, don't ask, pendejo. We've had all kind of things. So Darte Arte Podcast, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
Katie baby.
Love you guys.
See you on the next one. Bye.
See you.
So tell us a little bit more of your art piece, Katie.
So this one we actually painted by around July, August of last year. I painted this big mural here in the dispensary here in Seaside. It's called Half Pipe, everybody. And this was a good inspiration for the dispensary here in Seaside. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys today.
Looks like my dad. My dad looks like that. Just travel down history lane with Katie baby.
Hey, everybody.
How long ago you did this?
So we did this one probably back in 2020, and everything was posted on my Instagram like by September 1st. I probably was working on it like around August 2020, and yeah, this was
Your first mural.
my biggest and first mural. So
Here in Seaside. You say you grew up here in
yeah,
Seaside.
I grew up here.
And now you're painting the streets of Seaside.
Yeah,
That's
definitely. I used to come over here with my cousins, get some snacks inside. So I just grew up coming in this area a lot, and I grew up like down the street. So it's really an honor to be part of this big project for the youth and for everybody in the area, man. I just wanted to restore this because honestly, it just looked kind of bad. But you know, we redid this, and I'm glad they redid this.
bring some color to the neighborhood, right?
Yeah, bring some color, and then also I love how La Neta actually did another mural over there. They did a part of the skateboard park, so I like how they just redid this whole area close to the Boy Notes Club where I grew up at. So I'm really excited. You know?
All right, and I was saying that I wish I had a cameraman, but let's do this. Let's just do it.
Let's just do
Okay,
it, man.
bring me. Where are we going?
We are going to the park right here, and it's called Catino Park. This is the corner store, the food corner store here in Seaside. And we are live here with him.
With El Kallpa. We're doing a Darte Arte Podcast adventure. If you're a camera person, if you like what you're seeing, I'm holding the camera myself. I wish there was a camera person. One day.
Yeah,
One day we'll get it.
But yeah, I just wanted to come over here and share this with you guys. This is a special moment because honestly, if I could just show you guys how it was before, I would. And I just love the renovation that we brought to the community here. This is the other mural that the La Neta did for the skateboard park that they just redid for the youth.
Yeah, I was planning on actually the Coutinho Park. Right
Yeah,
there.
so this is a park.
I was looking to like shoot part of a music video here. It just didn't come through. We couldn't find the right people to do the video, but
Yeah, so this is the new.
that's awesome. So colorful. Bringing all that color, to the community I think it's amazing. And I'm very familiar with La Neta, guys. Those are one of my first interviews here. Come on this side. But yeah, some colors in Seaside.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. La
Shout out
Neta,
to everybody.
Avelina,
Much
Avelino,
love.
C, Sevilla, G. Zambrano,
Yeah, shout out
Arsenio.
to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody. Much love. Let's keep bringing these murals, man.
Yeah.
Let's keep
And,
showing up.
it's been a while too. Like I need to interview these guys again.
Yeah,
like, it's been
definitely.
around.
They need to do one right here. Yeah.
All right. Any last words, Katie baby?
So just keep spreading love, keep spreading peace and art and everything, man. Keep expressing yourself. Much love. It's Katie, baby.
Hey. All right. This was Walking with the Darte Arte Podcast in the streets of Seaside. See you next time.